Taken as a whole, Beatriz de la Rua's artistic production reveals a formal vocation and an imaginary universe that has been slowly yet consistently consolidated. It could be said that the entirety of her oeuvre unfolds in an orchestral register of changing sounds, in which, from time to time, some rhythms and instruments assume a momentary prominence. Inks, acrylics, collages, frottages, pencils, gouaches, and photo etchings are some of those procedures that, like the themes, gain strength, vanishing and coming back at different times, bringing life to a production of visual and plastic richness that could hardly have been achieved otherwise. The importance of a particular format is worth mentioning: the artist's book, through which de la Rua's experiments with words, the sequencing, the reading time, and other specific properties of this unique means of expression. The stain is the undisputed protagonist in works made with inks, but it can also be found in acrylics and oils, and even camouflaged in collages and frottages. The relationship between stain and line are the subject of laborious research. There are inks in which the differences between the former and the latter are subtle. In other works, there is a clear will to exploit the interactions between them to the fullest. But the stain does not always need company. With a good dose of mastery, Beatriz de la Rua successfully causes some of them to found a representation or connote specific images, senses, or emotions. Beatriz de la Rua's most recent productions take the treatment of stains to unusual limits. It could be said that in them the artist paints with stains, complying with all the requirements of representation and composition. The procedures, techniques, images, and approaches that characterize Beatriz de la Rua's creations are not, of course, random. They respond to her expressive needs. They are the result of an inquiry driven by accurate aesthetic aims that have been adjusted and refined over the years. This inquiry is not limited exclusively to doing, but also to saying. As in the works of all artists, there is in Beatriz's a communicative drive, the quest for a sensitive encounter with the beholder, the possibility of a dialogue, the enactment of emotions and affections that require an empathic echo in the observer. For critic Julio Sánchez, in Beatriz de la Rua's works, two complementary visions blend, the Eastern one with the imprint of the gesture understood as the product of a subtle force that pierces the artist as a channel, and the Western one with a tendency to generate shapes and narration. The gesture, the expression, the intuition, the plastic energy coexist with an overflowing natural imagery, with suggestive atmospheres, with expansive poetic universes laden with details and insights that foster pleasure, vitality, and desire. The works also allude to magical dreams, hidden desires, traveling spirits, maps of consciousness, virtues of the soul. All of this shows that beyond plastic experimentation, there is a worldview that seeks to capture and reveal itself in each artistic creature. Freedom and control are manifested in Beatriz de la Rua's works as they are in life, to remind us of the possibilities and limits of our earthly existence. All these facets coexist in a dynamic balance in Beatriz de la Rua's production. This might be her most elaborated method, having achieved a harmonious balance between emotion and reason, sensitivity and concept, hand and mind.